go ahead and find a comfortable seat. You can sit up on a block or a pillow, cross-legged, elongating the spine, closing those eyes, letting the palms rest on those thighs or the knees. Roll your shoulders up to the ears, down and back, just a couple times, loosening up that neck area and the shoulders. And go ahead and switch directions. And find some stillness there. Begin to bring your awareness to your breath. Just notice where you are today. Is it slow? Is it high and up into the chest and fast? Or is it low and slow? No judging, just noticing. And then begin to deepen the breath, filling the space behind the belly button, and bringing that air all the way up into those collarbones. And taking a pause at the top, and exhaling out through the mouth. Beginning to find focus on where you are right now, just becoming present. Inhaling, filling the belly, the ribs, the chest, suspending the breath at the top, and allow that to come through the mouth on the exhale. Getting all that stale air out of the lungs, allowing new space for nice, clean, fresh air. Last big breath. Really expanding the torso, front to back, side to side, filling every crevice with new breath. Pause, and this time on your exhale, sealing the lips, allowing that breath to come out through the nose. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring those hands down through heart center, landing at the chest space. Dip your chin and take a second to think of something you're grateful for. And then set a little intention for class. Could be something as simple as staying present and not letting your mind wander. And when you have that, go ahead and open those eyes. Bring those hands up over the head. Inhale. Exhale, press the palms away. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, press it away. Inhale, reach it up. Can you move the dog, please? And exhale, press it away. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, drop the right hand to the mat. Reach that left hand up and over, stretching through that left side. Drop that left shoulder more than you want to. Really press through that left sit bone. Feeling the ribs expand on each inhale. Maybe peek underneath the armpit. Last big breath. And on your exhale, reach it up. Hands are above the head. Inhale. Exhale, left hand to the mat. Reach that right hand up and over. Again, really pressing that right side body away from the floor, lifting up and out of the seat to reach up higher and then over. Send that right thumb back in space, peeking underneath that arm. Inhaling deeply to expand the ribs. And on your inhale, reach up. And press it away in the exhale. You can remove a block or if you're sitting up on anything, and we'll come into tabletop. Taking those hips right over the knees, shoulders over wrists, spread your palms wide, fingers spread neatly apart, seeing big pie pieces in between those fingers. Your spine is neutral, meaning that you don't really have a curve in the low back and you're not tucked under. So you're just kind of in a nice happy space here. Just holding that in. Feel the belly engage, pull that navel up and in, roll the shoulders down and back. Just feeling how that feels right now. And then on your inhale, you're gonna drop the belly, lift the seat, open the heart. Exhale, dip the chin, rounding the spine. Inhale to open the chest. Exhale to round. Speeding that up just a little bit. Inhale to open. Exhale, round. Making any little movements that feel good. Inhale to open. Exhale, round. Last one. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Sink the seat back to the heels. You can open the knees up as wide as the mat and wander those hands forward, dropping the chest towards the mat and allowing the forehead to come down as well. Sinking into child's pose, keeping those big toes touching and the seat pressing towards the heels. Rotate those shoulders down and back, just like you're in, like so you have down dog arms. Your armpits are rotated down towards the mat. And keep those fingers spread wide, kind of an active child's pose. Breathing into the low back. Option to take the seat side to side, maybe feeling into those hip flexors and the inner thighs. Inhale, press yourself back up to all fours. We're gonna take that right leg long. Inhale, lift it up. Inhale, lift the left arm up. So you're in a little bird dog here. Tuck the tailbone under more than you want to. Notice how right here, it like kind of bows up. You wanna really press that down and in so that you have a nice, so you're just protecting your low back here. And when you're tucked under just slightly like that, you're gonna feel it in that butt cheek extra good. So rotate that pinky's toes down and press the heel away. Inhale, lift up a little higher. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull. Two more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull it in. Last one. Hold it in. 3, 2, 1. Drop the left hand. Pull that right foot up to the sky so you're kind of in a 90-degree angle here. Again, tuck that tailbone under slightly. And then you're just gonna pulse that heel up to the sky. Keep those shoulders down and back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that knee bent. Keep that keep that foot flexed. And you're just gonna drop that right knee to the left knee. So you're coming kind of cross-body here. Exhale, press it up. Inhale down. Exhale, press. Keep actively tucking that tailbone. And press. And press. 3 more. 2. And 1. Hold it out. Lengthen that leg so you're nice and long here. You can either point the toes or you can keep the foot flexed. Up to you. Again, keeping that foot rotated down so the pinky toes kind of facing the floor. Re-tuck that tailbone. Notice if you're kind of bowing in the center. Keep that belly strong. And you're just going to lift that up, long legs. So pressing up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And go ahead and release that knee down. Take those hips in big circles, warming up the back side of the body right away. And switching sides, switching directions. And come back to center. Reposition those arms so the wrists are under the shoulders and you got the knees directly under those hips. Inhale, send the left leg long this time. Lift it up. Inhale, reach that right arm up. Retuck your tailbone, engaging those low ab muscles. Spin that left pinky toe side down. Inhale, lift up just a little higher. And exhale, pull it in. Inhale, reach. And exhale, pull. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. 2 more. Last one. Hold it in. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and drop that right hand. Keep that left knee bent. Plant that foot so it looks like it could step on the ceiling. Keeping that knee at a right angle. Pull that low belly in, and we'll pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale, press it up. Bringing that left knee to the right knee. Inhale down, exhale, press. Inhale down and press, keeping that tailbone nice and tucked. Press. 2 more. The last one. Press. Go ahead and lengthen, keeping that nice and long. And then we'll bring it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And lower that knee down and take those big hip circles one more time. Hopefully you're feeling a little more engagement in that booty, switching directions. And finding stillness. Walk the hands out just a hand print. Tuck your toes and send the seat high, coming into downward facing dog. Again, keeping those fingers spread nice and wide. Rotate the shoulders down the back so the inner part of your elbow is trying to face the front of the mat. You can keep the knees deeply bent here, actively pressing the chest toward the thighs. And if you're feeling good, you can drop one foot and then the other, just pedaling those legs out. Bringing those heels closer to the mat, not worrying if they touch at all. Just making any little movements that feel good. Be rocking side to side. And when you're ready, finding stillness in this dog, actively tilting the pelvis up towards the sky. So you're tipping your sit bones up towards the corner of the room where the ceiling meets the wall. Doing a nice stretch, then back the legs. Inhale, reach that right leg up and back. Exhale, take that right knee to the nose. Inhale, press it up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up. Exhale, right foot replaces that right thumb. Go ahead and right away drop that back left knee. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. You can take those down to the arms down to the hips if you'd like, if you need a little more stability, or you can take them to the knee. Back toe can be tucked, or you can keep it flat. Making sure you have a nice right angle right knee over that ankle. Pull that right hip back more than you want to. Just engage those inner thighs. So you're actively pulling those thighs toward each other, giving that low body nice stability. If this feels okay, you can lift those arms again. Disengage the inner thighs just a little bit and let the pelvis drop straight down. You're not really going forward with it, it's more of a down motion. So you're gonna feel a nice opening in that hip flexor area. Again, keeping that low belly engaged, so you're still pulling up and in through that low abdomen, almost tilting your pelvis up. It's more like you want your tailbone to come straight down. And wherever you are, go ahead and lower those hands to the mat. Inhale, open the chest. Tuck those back toes so your back knee's off the ground. You can come up on little spidey hands here. They're kind of like tent fingers. Give you a little stability. You're just gonna inhale to open the chest here. Exhale, sink the hips back. Coming into a pyramid pose. Pull that right hip back. If that back heel's up off the mat, that's okay. It doesn't need to be flat. And you can even keep that back leg bent a little bit if you need to. Same with the front knee, depending on where you are in your flexibility today. And that changes too, so every day. Holding here for just another second, breathing into those hamstrings. Take a big inhale, bend into that right knee. We're just gonna bring those hands about 6 inches in front of you and send that left foot up to the sky. So you're in kind of a half split. It is called half split, but I honestly think it looks more like a T, especially if you don't have the leg flexibility. Dropping that head towards the floor. Dip the chin slightly, relax the shoulders down and away from the ears. Keep pressing that left heel up to the sky. You can always have a little bend in that right knee if you need to. And breathing here. Inhale, lift up just a little higher. Exhale, bring that left knee behind the right knee. So inhale here, and then you're gonna exhale, press it up. Inhale, lower. Exhale to press. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. 2 more. Really pressing through that right heel on the floor, activating that glute. And last one. Press it up, hold. Now we're just gonna take that left toe down to the mat. Inhale down, exhale, lift it up. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Down and lift. Down, lift. 2 more. And last one, hold it here. Getting strong on that right leg. We're gonna take, you can always drop that back foot if you need to right now. We're gonna do a little balancing thing. Bringing the hands up to the chest and opening up into warrior 3. If you need to get there from here, all you're doing is pressing your chest forward, keeping that nice and open, and then lifting that back leg up. Drop that left hip more than you want to, and tip those toes down towards the mat. So you're just rotating that inner thigh up to the ceiling. 1 more big breath. Exhale, step that left foot back. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up. High lunge. Hold it there for just a breath. My computer did something crazy. You guys can still see me, hopefully. Okay, good. So we are in high lunge on the right side. Nice big breath in and out. Holding here. Big inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step it back into plank. Holding your plank, getting nice and strong in that core. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, bring those elbows squeezing into the sides. You can always drop a knee here. Inhale, press it up. Upward facing dog.
Downward facing dog. And taking a little breath here. Walking those feet out as you need. And when you're ready, finding stillness. Inhaling those left legs up and back. Exhale, bring the knees to nose. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose. Last one, inhale, reach it up. Exhale, left foot replaces that left thumb. Go ahead and lower that back knee down. Coming into that low lunge variation, however you liked it last time on the other side. Or you can play around with different versions, whatever feels good for you. Just making sure that left knee is over the ankle. And finding your breath. Still squeezing those inner thighs toward each other at this point. And when you feel like you want a little extra stretch, go ahead and loosen those inner thighs and press the pelvis down towards the floor. Keeping that low belly engaged. One more big breath. And exhale, hands frame the foot, coming up into those little tent fingers. Tuck those back toes, lengthening through the back leg. So you're in a runner's lunge here. Inhale, opening up through the chest. And exhale, send the seat back, coming into pyramid. Pull that left hip back and the right hip forward so that you have a nice flat low back here. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, release it down for a nice hamstring stretch. Just letting any tension or any sensation happen as it is. Maybe notice one side might be a little tighter than the other, and that's okay. Just one more breath here. And on your exhale, bending into that left knee slightly, taking those hands in front of you to lift that right leg up to the sky. And so you're in your half split. Go ahead and allow that head to drape towards the floor. Again, really pressing that hip, so it's that right hip, so you have both of your hip bones pointing down. You don't really want to be open here. That's an open and that's a closed hip. Spin that inner thigh up to the sky. And really pressing that right heel up. On your next inhale, bend into the left knee, bring that right knee to meet it. And on your exhale, press it up. Inhale down, and exhale, press. Inhale down, exhale, press. Down, and press. Down, and press. Two more. Last one. Hold it up. And inhale, drop. Right toes to the ground. Exhale, lift it up. Pulling up from right under that butt cheek. Press it up. Inhale down and up. Up. Two more. Last one. And you're up here. Go ahead and press that down. You can bring the foot back if that's how you want to get into warrior three. Otherwise, you can stay up here and release those hands from the floor. A little more tricky for sure. Feeling maybe that leg wobble a little bit, that's totally fine. Big inhale, exhale, step that right foot back. Woo! Inhale, reach those hands up to the sky. High lunge. Hopefully feeling a little heat. Really pull that right hip forward here, left hip's pulling back. One more big breath. And exhale, hands frame the foot. Step it back into plank. Rock forward, Lower down chaturanga, hold. You can take a knee here, 1 or 2, and then inhale, press it up into upward facing dog. And exhale, go ahead and drop the knees, sink the hips back into a child's pose. And take 3 deep breaths here, filling that low back with breath. On your next inhale, rock forward to all fours, tuck those toes, and send the seat high. Back into your downward facing dog. And take a big breath. On your exhale, wander those feet to the top of the mat. They can be hips width apart. Inhale, half lift, press the palms into the shins, lower the shoulders down and back. We're gonna retuck that tailbone again, making sure that that low back is protected, belly is pulling up and in. We're gonna inhale, reach those arms forward. Have a nice soft bend in the knees so you're not locking those out. So you got like maybe pretend like you're holding a beach ball in your arms. Actively pressing those shoulders down, engaging that core. So inhale, and then exhale, we're gonna face the palms to the floor and pull the shoulders back. Inhale, reach, and exhale, press. Reach, and press. Reach, and press. 2 more. And press. Last one. Press, reach those hands out, and exhale, release. Allow the head to drape down. And go ahead and clasp opposite elbows. Rocking side to side. Maybe making little figure 8s with the elbows here. And go ahead and allow those hands to drape towards the mat. Inhale, lift, palms press. And exhale, fold. Inhale, hands come down, around and up, reaching up. And exhale, hands down through center. Really pressing those feet into the mat. All 4 corners of the feet press. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step it back into plank. This time we're gonna hold, tucking those hips under, roll the shoulders down and back, pressing the mat away. Press the toes toward the heels, heels toward the toes, almost like you want to bubble your mat up in the center. We're here for 3. Heels press back, 2, and 1. We're gonna rotate over onto the left side. So you're on the knife edge of the left foot, really pressing that hand away from the mat, and then lift up through that left side. You can have that right foot on top of the left, or you can have it behind or in front, kind of wherever you want it, wherever feels good. Lift that right hand to the sky, or you can have it on your hip. You're just gonna hold this here, side plank. Rock those hips forward just slightly, really engaging that whole core. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Back to the middle plank. And we got the right side. Rotated over to the right. Press those hips up to the sky. Nice bow in the center. Retuck the tailbone, lengthening it down towards the heels. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Rock it forward. Lower down chaturanga. Inhale, press it to upward facing dog. And just hold. Keeping those knees lifted off the mat. Open the chest. And on your next exhale, press it back to downward facing dog. And pedal those legs out. Nice big inhale. And exhale, walk it to the top of the mat one more time. Bring those toes to touch, heels apart slightly. Sink the hips low. You can bring the hands up to the sky or take them down towards the heart, coming into chair pose. Holding it here. Really press those knees together. Engaging those inner thighs. Sink it 1 inch lower. Really pressing through the heels. Maybe you can lift the toes up off the mat. Last big breath. And exhale, press it up. And fold it over. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Next inhale, sink it back down into that chair. Last one, I promise. Sink it a little bit lower. A little bit lower. A little bit lower. Go ahead and bring those hands to the mat. And go ahead and sit the seat down. We're going to come into a straddle or a wide-legged fold. So taking those heels out as far as they want to go, wherever you're feeling sensation that's comfortable for you. Making sure the knees are pointed up to the sky. Toes are pointed up as well. You can inhale, get long in that chest and in the spine, and wander those hands forward. Just finding whatever works for you. If we're up here today, that's totally fine. Wherever you're feeling sensation, just breathe into it and allow the exhales to release any of that tension or tightness that you might be feeling. And take the right hand over to the right, left hand follows. You might notice a stretch in the low back here, along with in the inner thighs, and the outer hips. Just make any little movements that feel good, or feel free to stay anywhere that has the best sensation for you. Option to dip the chin slightly. Just see how that feels. And then bring your hands back to center, moving everything over to the left. And send your breath into that low back, allowing it to expand with those inhales. Option to dip the chin again if you did it on the other side. You might notice a stretch in the upper back or in the neck when you do that. And bring those hands back to center. Notice if you can maybe go a little bit further down. And on your next exhale, press those palms into the mat, walking those back towards the center. Nice and slow. And grab under your knees, bend nose in, and windshield wiper. One knee into the center, and the other. Again, loosening up those hips. And we're going to turn to the side so you can see me. I'm just going to roll. Do a little bit of ab work here before we move on to some more stretching. You're gonna tip back just slightly. You might notice a little flat spot in between your tail, like your butt bones and your low back, where your tailbone is. Wherever you find that, if you feel a little bit flat, we're just gonna take those hands. You can keep the hands down if you want to. Otherwise, you're gonna keep them up straight and lift the knees up. So pulling from the low belly, right behind that belly button, bringing those knees up. And you have a nice flat little tabletop with the shins. Like I said, hands can be out to the sides, or if you need a little bit more support, you can keep them on the floor or behind the knees too. Wherever you're feeling it the most and wherever you're comfortable. Squeeze those inner thighs together, pressing the knees towards each other. Relax the shoulders down the back. Just breathing into this boat pose. If you're feeling strong, you can go ahead and maybe lift those legs. Woo! I'm not feeling strong today, guys. And go ahead and release. Inhale, reach those arms up. And exhale, lower down one vertebrae at a time. And take the left ankle over the right knee. Rock those hips up towards the sky, pressing the low back into the mat. Press that left knee away from the body. And then loop those hands through, clasping behind that right thigh. You can press that left knee away with the elbow, coming into a pigeon pose on the back. You can flex that left foot, pressing the heel towards the right. And then bringing that whole little configuration down towards the chest. You should feel a nice stretch on that outer left hip in that glute area. We gave the booty some love today, so we gotta stretch it out. An option to rock it side to side. Making any movements that feel good for you. And we're gonna take this whole configuration over to the right. You can release this behind the leg and let the hands come out to a T shape. And we're just gonna plant that left foot on the floor towards the right. So you're in a T shape. You kind of have a little pretzel thing going on with your legs. Keep that left knee up to the sky. And just notice where you're feeling that. Kind of gets into the hip flexors in a different way. And rock your head side to side, just loosening up the neck. Then on your next inhale, engage those abs and rock that back up to center. We'll just switch legs, taking that right ankle over the left knee. Loop those hands through and take that elbow into the right elbow into the right knee. Actively pressing that away, flexing that right foot, and then bring that left knee down towards your chest. Breathe into that outer hip. Just feeling that nice stretch in the glute and in the hip. And feeling it widen with every inhale, expanding with breath. If you were moving around on the other side, you can do that again, a little rocking or making some circles. Wherever you are, just make sure you're breathing. In and out through the nose. And then release behind the leg. Send those arms out long. Maybe this time bend the elbows, coming into little goalpost arms. And then allow those right feet to come over towards the left. And planting that on the floor. Taking that right knee so it's pointed up. And just feeling this wherever is feeling a little tight. Making sure both shoulders are on the mat. You can roll the head from side to side if you try that on the other side. And then carefully take that back to center. Squeeze those knees into the chest, giving yourself a hug. Make little baby circles. Go ahead and plant those hands on the mat. Roll the shoulders down and back, tucking those shoulder blades underneath the chest. Make a little shelf for the heart. Send those heels up to the sky, straightening the legs. Big breath in. And on your exhale, lowering down as slowly as you can, keeping that core engaged, pressing that navel down towards the floor. Trying your best to keep that low back planted towards the floor. Keeping that core engaged as slowly as possible. If you're shaking, it's good. And when you get down there, allow the feet to flop open. And get yourself as comfortable as possible. And take the palms so they're facing upward. And rock your head side to side. Finding a little comfy spot on the back of the head. Relaxing the feet, the ankles. Relax the shins and the knees. Relax the thighs and the hips. Release any tension from the belly and the low back. Relax the hands and the arms. Just allowing those to be heavy at your side. Relaxing the chest. Feeling those collarbones slide away from each other. Relax the back of the neck, the front of the neck. And allowing the face to soften. And releasing any tension from the space behind the eyes. And smoothing the lines on the forehead. And finally relaxing the top of the head. Just feeling the whole body softening and surrendering into your Savasana. I'll put on some music and allow you guys to rest. When it's time to wake up again, you'll hear my voice.